It is here to stay. Russ, Brenda, look at that forecast. We got,
we're looking.
Just kind of, I know, it's kind of a carbon copy, basically. Every single day, we just kind of, over and over again, we kind of repeat things.
It gets heavier and heavier. And that's the difference, isn't it?
We're paying for the weekend, I think.
Yeah, we are, big time.
Oh, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll see you right back here in 25 minutes with more local news. The Today Show starts now.
Good morning. On the move just days after that fiery highway crash in a Southern California tunnel, traffic reopens this morning along the main north-south route through the state. Not giving up the fight, embattled Senator Larry Craig filing an appeal today after a judge refused to let him take back his guilty plea in a men's room sex sting. And sweet home Chicago, it may be called the second city, but Chicago's first in our hearts as we broadcast live from the Windy City today, Monday, October 15th, 2007.
From NBC News, this is a special edition of Today with Matt Lauer, live from Chicago, and Meredith Vieira, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Today on this Monday morning. We have a special split edition of our program this morning. I'm Matt Lauer, broadcasting live from Chicago, and Meredith is back in New York in Studio 1A. Meredith, good morning.
Missing you, Matt. Good morning to you. A little bit of a boys' road trip, isn't it? You and Al hitting the town in Chicago.
I don't know how much of a boys' road trip it's been so far. I got here at about 11 o'clock. Al got here a little earlier in the day. He had some fun last night. We'll talk about that in a second, Meredith, but we have a lot of news to cover this morning as well. We're going to have the latest on that fiery car crash on the highway outside of Los Angeles. We'll bring you up to date on that in just a second. Then we're going to talk to the head of Blackwater, the private security company that protects many U.S. diplomats traveling in Iraq. It's a very difficult task. They've been, though, in the headlines recently for all the wrong reasons. Blackwater employees are accused of gunning down 17 innocent Iraqi citizens in Iraq last month. So do they really shoot first and ask questions later? We'll have a live interview this morning with the founder of Blackwater, Eric Prince. Also coming up, we'll have a first ever interview with Judge Joan Lefkoe. She's a federal judge here in Chicago. 2.5 years ago, her husband and her mother were murdered in her Chicago home by a man disgruntled over one of her court rulings. This morning, she'll talk about the tragedy and remember the people she lost, Meredith.
And then, Matt, we have some very good news on the cancer front. It turns out the death rates are dropping faster than ever. And we're going to explain why that is happening. And Donald Trump will join us this morning, has a new book out that gives advice on how to succeed in business and life. He says that you have to think big and get even. Does the name Rosie O'Donnell ring a bell?
All right, Meredith, also we're going to meet a man who's lucky to be alive after he survived a bite from a 12-foot python. We'll talk to him, Meredith.
Okay, but we're going to begin with the aftermath of that deadly highway crash outside of Los Angeles. 3 days after the chain reaction accident involving nearly 3 dozen big rigs, traffic is moving again today. NBC's George Lewis is on the scene. George, good morning to you.
Good morning, Meredith. Amazingly, highway crews got Interstate 5 reopened in the early morning hours today, avoiding a commuter's nightmare on the first workday since the fiery crash that killed 3 people and shut down the interstate. At the scene of the accident, construction crews are going to try to shore up the tunnel that was engulfed in flames. Inside, the damage is obvious. Exposed reinforcing steel where the concrete exploded from the heat. As the flames belched from both ends of the 550-foot-long tunnel, 20 people made it out alive. Firefighters say that's amazing considering how bad it was in there.
Very intense fire. We're looking at temperatures well over 1,000 degrees for quite some time. A fire burned intensely for over 4 hours.
Interstate 5 is the key north-south highway artery in California. 225,000 vehicles use it every day. State officials say it's vital to get it reopened as soon as possible. There was a bit of good news Sunday night.
We anticipate and we'll have the southbound freeway lanes, main line open for tomorrow morning peak period traffic.
But as long as the tunnel remains closed, traffic will continue to be disrupted.
We are asking that you add in an additional up to 2 hours of travel times to accommodate for the delay.
Truckers say there's a blind curve leading into the tunnel that makes it impossible to spot trouble ahead. They say it's one of the most dangerous stretches of the interstate. But highway officials dispute that.
It's not a location that's come up, to my knowledge, in the past as having safety problems.
But this spectacular safety problem in this spot won't soon be forgotten. But this morning, traffic is sailing right along. Meredith?
George Lewis, thanks very much. And now let's get the rest of the morning's top stories from Ann Curry at the news desk. Ann, good morning to you.
Meredith, good morning. Good morning, everybody. An encouraging report out today is raising hopes of progress in the war on cancer. Death rates from cancer have been dropping by an average of 2.1% a year this decade in the U.S., nearly double the decreases recorded in the 1990s. Researchers credit early diagnosis and better treatment for the decline. The most progress is being made fighting colorectal cancer in both men and women. Today, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice said that Israelis and Palestinians are making the most serious effort in years to resolve the Middle East conflict. She is in the Middle East and has been meeting with both sides looking for common ground before a U.S.-hosted international peace conference expected to take place next month. 3 college students in Texas are safe this morning after they were lost inside a cave for more than 30 hours. The spelunkers were found last night, tired, hungry, but unhurt. Today, 3 Americans were named winners of the Nobel Prize in Economics. Meantime, CNBC's Maria Bartiromo at the New York Stock Exchange. Hey, Maria, any prize winners there today?
Hi, Ann. Thanks very much. Not exactly. You know, part of the problem down here on Wall Street is that the expectations are so high. Okay, we had a lower opening on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now down about 45 points. And the reason is because we are in the peak week of earnings season. We are actually getting the evidence. How is corporate America doing? And meanwhile, the Dow Industrials just last week hit an all-time high. So the expectations are high. We're getting the earnings in, and it is clear that earnings are down from a quarter earlier. And back to you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Maria. The Colorado Rockies are 1 win away from their first World Series. Last night, they beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 4-1 to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the National League Championship Series. The Rockies try for a sweep tonight in Colorado. And people are digging out from a powerful storm which dumped up to a foot of snow on Sunday in the mountains of Colorado. It caused a number of accidents, but no serious injuries, and apparently some fun as well. It is now 7 minutes past the hour, 7:07 Pacific time. Now, let's now go back to Matt in Chicago.
All right, Ann, thank you very much. Al has also made the journey here to Chicago, though he's in a different location. He's right here.
All right,
actually.
over here.
He's right, yeah, sorry.
That was pretty cheesy.
Wasn't that big, was it? No, you got a check of the weather.
We got some nice folks here from Chicago having a good time. Let's check it out, see what's going on. West Coast weather, as you see on our satellite radar composite. Some showers moving into the northern parts of California. Clouds from Seattle all the way down to San Francisco. And as our western weather, you can see inland looking pretty good. Denver going to be sunny, 55 degrees. Billings, 62 degrees. Look for some fog this morning in Los Angeles. Showers in Seattle, 58 degrees. Medford, Oregon looking pretty good with a little wet weather and a temperature of 64. Las Vegas, 82 degrees and sunny. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
From the OHSU tram cam early on your Monday morning, you can see what we had out there right around 7 o'clock this morning. It was relatively clear, no raindrops on the camera lens, but that's definitely going to change for today. Our day planner, you can see those showers that are expected to roll in. 9 o'clock this morning, just some passing showers, but especially this afternoon, the steady rain is back. And temperature-wise, mostly in the 50s for today. Your extended forecast, take a peek. We have got rain every single day, along with much cooler temperatures.
And that's your latest weather. Matt?
All right, Al, thanks very much. I'll see you down there in a second. Some call them heroes who make it possible for U.S. diplomats to get around Iraq alive. Others say they're gunslingers who don't value human life. We're talking about Blackwater, the private security company in danger of getting kicked out of Iraq in the wake of a deadly mission there last month. NBC's senior investigative correspondent Lisa Myers has more. Lisa, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. Blackwater founder Eric Prince took to the airwaves this weekend in a public relations blitz to try to counter the firm's image as trigger-happy cowboys who shed innocent Iraqi blood. This traffic circle in Baghdad became a giant crime scene investigation after the Blackwater shooting on September 16th. Up to 17 Iraqis were killed in a prolonged bout of gunfire, some reportedly trying to flee the scene. In an interview on 60 Minutes, Eric Prince says he welcomes an FBI investigation into the incident and has evidence his men were fired on by insurgents.
3 of our fully armored State Department trucks had bullet pockmarks in them, and one of them was even disabled from the enemy small arms fire.
Blackwater has become notorious for its 1,000-man private army in Iraq, a tough but efficient force that protects American officials on deadly roads. But this time, the Iraqi government claims Blackwater crossed the line in what it claims was an unprovoked attack on civilians, tantamount to murder. Some Iraqi police officers and civilians who witnessed the shooting told NBC News they saw no one firing at Blackwater at all. Even some U.S. military officers have said they believe innocent Iraqis were killed and the shooting was excessive. A former employee of a Blackwater affiliate says some Blackwater operators were highly professional, but others were loose cannons who placed little value on Iraqi lives.
It's just troubling when a group of Americans who are supposedly there to help in the rebuilding of a country consider those people to be less than they are, less human than they are.
Mark Corey spent 6 months in Iraq.
So the attitude was that they were the enemy. It's us and them.
A Blackwater official calls him a disgruntled former employee.
Lock and load, 6 rounds.
At stake for Blackwater, hundreds of millions of dollars a year in federal contracts. Prince refused even to tell Congress how much Blackwater profits from its government work.
We're a private company, and there's a key word there, private.
But those contracts are now in peril as the State Department and the Iraqis try to sort out the future of the company and of private military contractors in Iraq. No matter how effective Blackwater's PR offensive is in America, it may not help on the streets of Baghdad. Iraqis are demanding that Blackwater be expelled from Iraq within 6 months. Matt?
All right, Lisa, thanks very much. Lisa Myers in Washington for us this morning. Eric Prince is the founder and CEO of Blackwater. Mr. Prince, good morning to you.
Morning, thank you.
Nice to have you here in Chicago. It hasn't been a good week for your company. You've got an FBI investigation. Your employees have been called mercenaries, a word I know you hate. You've got the Iraqi government saying to the U.S. government, sever all ties with this company within 6 months. What are your options?
Our guys continue to do their jobs every day. I think it's important to put context around any September 16 incident. The guys have done 16,500 PSD, personal security detail missions in the last 3 years. Less than 1% of those has resulted in any gunfire in the most dangerous city in the world. So I think the guys continue to do a great job.
Here's what Representative Elijah Cummings said. He said, Blackwater appears to have fostered a culture of shoot first and sometimes kill, then ask the questions. You've said this is a difficult job and not a lot of people are capable of performing it, but more and more people seem to be saying, Mr. Prince, at what price are you doing this job? And I don't mean financial, I mean the cost of human lives.
Well, it's not just Iraqi lives in question. We've lost 27 Americans in this mission, and you know, our rules are dictated to us by the U.S. government. We take America's sons and daughters, proven military veterans that have 8, 12, 20+ years of experience. We give them clear rules of engagement, and we turn them over to operational control of the U.S. government. So we do the recruiting, vetting, hiring, and we turn them over, and they do the work of the U.S. government.
You talk about the rules, and the rules of engagement are laid out for you, and yet there is this image of your employees in Iraq that they are gunslingers, that they answer to nobody, that they're a paramilitary force. There was an incident quoted in Newsweek magazine where one of your employees was moving into the green zone where you're required to lock and safety your weapon and clear the ammunition. When he was told to do that, according to Newsweek, he wiggled his finger on the trigger and said, "This is my safety." The attitude being one of, we're blanking security, we don't answer to anyone.
I could speak to that incidents in particular because that colonel clearly mistook our person for someone else, because the pistols that our guys carry are Glocks. They have no external safeties. He was probably referring to one of the many Army Corps of Engineers contractors that exist in the country. There's 170 plus security companies in Iraq. We get painted with a very broad brush. We do the most high-profile missions protecting the high-profile targets, the ones that the bad guys want to kill the most, and put it on camera. And, you know, on a weekly basis, we get called, Blackwater guys have been killed here, others have been taken hostage there. When we investigate, they're not within 100 miles. We track the vehicles via a satellite tracking device, so we know where the guys
so
are.
you have tight controls over your employees.
Absolutely.
In 2000, you had a contract in Iraq worth some $204,000. In 2000...
Not in Iraq, here in the United States.
Okay. In 2006, the contracts you had, I think, are estimated about $600 million.
That's way high, but...
what would be the accurate term?
A few hundred million.
Okay. It seems, though, that we have a company that has grown very quickly, and a lot of people wonder if it's grown too fast and if quality control in terms of the hiring of these employees has gone out the window. How would you respond to that?
I would say our recruiting, vetting, our corporate procedures have gotten much better and even tighter over these last few years. The men that we have to send over have criminal background checks. They resume requirements, 8 to 12 years minimum. Typically, many of them are retired military. Psychological evaluation, medical evaluation, all those tests.
What happens if your company and others like your company are forced to leave Iraq? What's the situation going to be that you leave behind?
I believe it'd be harder for the reconstruction mission to continue because those people that are out there meeting with the water experts and the power line experts and the city sewer, all those civic kind of reconstruction programs can't get to those meetings, can't be meeting with their Iraqi counterparts.
Eric Prince, the founder and CEO of Blackwater. Mr. Prince, I appreciate you coming here this morning and talking to me. It's now about 14 or 12 after the hour. Let's go back to New York and Meredith.
All right, Matt, thanks. He rose to fame making people laugh, but Bill Cosby isn't smiling these days when he looks at race in America. Here's NBC's Ron Allen.
Wait, I'm trying to wake people up.
Bill Cosby and Alvin Toussaint gave a sobering assessment of Black America on Meet the Press, with stark statistics explaining why they believe problems like high jail rates, violence, lack of education begin at home.
That figure you cited, there's 70% of black babies are born to single mothers in the United States each year.
Their new book, Come On People, is a call especially to black men to take personal responsibility.
We're in a stage now, we can't take much more. We need our men to be fathers.
Critics have accused Cosby of ignoring the impact of racism and publicly demeaning the black community.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Your dirty laundry gets out of school at 2:30 every day. It's cursing and it's calling each other.
But Cosby says it takes bluntness to drive his message to black American parents.
The revolution is in their house, their neighborhood, and then they can fight strongly, clearly, the systemic and the institutional racism.
They agreed there are barriers to education, healthcare, and jobs, but they implored black Americans not to see themselves as victims and confront the problems that can be solved at home. For today, Ron Allen, NBC News, New York.
Tim Russert is NBC's Washington bureau chief and moderator of Meet the Press. Tim, good morning to you.
Good morning, Meredith.
Bill Cosby's message is a wake-up call directed especially at young black men, but does he have their ear, do you think, Tim?
Well, we don't know, Meredith. I think that's why he wrote this book with Dr. Alvin Toussaint and is going around the country talking about it. For the last 3.5 years, they conducted call-out meetings in the black community around the country, directed mostly to young black Americans and parents of young black Americans, trying to get them to focus on parental responsibility and taking accountability for their behavior.
Would he describe his approach, Tim, as tough love?
Yes. Certainly not any kind of physical punishment, but I asked him that very question, Meredith, because there have been suggestions that he was emphasizing parental responsibility too much and not focusing on institutional racism. And his response was, there's both. But there was also institutional racism in the 50s, when the black family is much more intact, and there was much more demanded of black youth by their parents than there is today, according to both Cosby and Dr. Toussaint.
Well, do you think that his book will quiet the critics or turn up the heat?
I think it will open up the dialogue. I think what Cosby wants to do is get this country talking about focusing on this issue, both black and white. Because if the model they lay out, that in fact parents have to take responsibility for their children's behavior, that if you're there for the creation of a child, you should be there for the education of a child, that can be applied to all racial groups, all ethnic groups, no matter what the geography may be all across the country.
All right, Tim, thanks very much.
Thanks, Meredith.
It is 7:19, and let's head back to Matt in Chicago.
All right, Meredith, thank you very much. Now to Sir Richard Branson, the British entrepreneur who's involved in 2 high-profile missing persons stories. He's created a defense fund to help the parents of toddler Madeleine McCann, who vanished in May. And Branson is also involved in the high-profile search for his old friend and fellow adventurer, Steve Fawcett, who disappeared more than a month ago in a small plane. Sir Richard Branson, good morning. Nice to see you.
Hi, Matt.
Richard, let me just ask you why you've gotten involved in the Madeleine McCann case. She's been missing for 165 days now after she vanished in Portugal. Her parents have been named suspects. Why have you decided to take a stand in this case?
Well, I think, imagine your child gets stolen from you. You go through all the hell that comes with that. And then when the Portuguese police cannot find the person who's stolen it, they start placing stories in the press, each one of which is shown to be unfounded a week or 2 later. But by then, those stories are spread around the world. They had no proper legal representation, and so I felt it was important that they got this, top Portuguese lawyer on board and a top British lawyer on board, so that they could get the truth out. And I think over the last month since that's happened, the tide has turned, and I think people generally accept around the world that the Portuguese police and press overstepped their mark.
Yeah, on the other story that I talked about, Richard, Steve Fawcett's disappearance, you were on our program just a couple of days after his plane vanished in the mountainous area of Nevada, and you said you were very hopeful. You said you know this guy pretty well, and this is a guy, if anyone can make it out of this, he can. We're now 6 weeks later. Have you all but given up hope that he's alive?
I think everybody involved has pretty well given up hope, sadly. I had a letter from Peggy, his wife, yesterday, and I think it's beginning to sink into her. I mean, she's going back there to have one final search, but I think the chances are that he's no longer with us, and he's left an incredible legacy and incredible memories to all of us who knew him well. And he was just a remarkable individual. I mean, 125 world records since the age of 55 in sort of 12 different sectors. Anyway, incredible individual.
Yeah, and our condolences to Peggy, and I know she's going through a very difficult time. Do you mind if I end on something a little lighter, Richard?
Of course.
I guess it was just last week you were announcing the expansion of Virgin America, and you rappelled off the side of the Palms Hotel in Las Vegas, and this one didn't go exactly as planned. You banged into the building thanks to the wind. What were you thinking?
I certainly had bruised ego and a bruised bum by the time I got to the bottom. Well, I was going down at 120 miles an hour. The organizers thought that they'd got me far enough from the building. 2 gusts of wind took me and slammed me into the building as I was coming down. And when I arrived at the bottom, I wasn't sure how much damage I'd done to myself. But fortunately, it was, as I say, no more than a bruised ego.
Have you fired your stunt coordinator?
I think we'll most likely I won't do that particular one again, I think.
Yeah, I know. And I know you're in Boston there this morning to talk about Virgin Money. So you've been very busy and you've got a lot on your plate. Sir Richard, it's always nice to see you, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
All right. And we've got much more ahead from New York and from Chicago. Coming up in our next half hour, including an interview never before has she been heard from on television, Judge Joan Lefkoe, whose husband and mother were murdered in her home here in Chicago. The shooter, a man angered by one of her rulings. Judge Lefkoe will speak out in our next half hour. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Security for federal judges, specifically for home intrusion.
2 shootings in one night. Every morning. Police in Portland and Vancouver this morning looking for answers.
The #1 news station is working for you.
We have a traffic alert at sunrise on the Burnside Bridge.
Rely on News Channel 8 at sunrise, where the news comes first.
All
All new. Jerry Seinfeld is here with Big Buzz, his B-movie.
Oh, no. Do you want me to tell that story?
His real life, honey. Plus Renee Zellweger and Matthew Broderick. Next Oprah.
Today at 4 on News Channel 8.
Mattress World's having a premium bedding sale.
Right now, save 10% on all premium queen and king sets and get 2 free latex or memory foam pillows.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
You've got a big project you need printed in color, but you've got a black and white budget.
Don't you worry about a thing.
The UPS Store can help. And right now, we're helping you out even more with our 35-cent color copy sale. You'll get color copies that will make a big impression without denting your bottom line. So hurry into the 35-cent color copy sale today.
Don't you worry about a thing.
The UPS Store, the place for 35-cent color copies and a whole lot more.
A shift has been made. Now power isn't sacrificed to achieve fuel efficiency. And cars that perform great on the road also perform great at the pump. Introducing the 36-mile-per-gallon Nissan Versa, 36-mile-per-gallon Sentra, 35-mile-per-gallon Altima. 3 powerful Nissan sedans with 35 miles per gallon or higher. Get $1,000 cash back or 1.9% APR on the Nissan Altima. Now, when you think power and fuel efficiency, think Nissan.
Our commitment is to be everything to everyone looking for a good night's sleep.
We have the best prices from entry level to ultra luxury.
No one beats our price, quality, service, or selection.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
Still ahead, the man who got attacked by an enormous python and lived to talk about it, Meredith.
Plus, a guy who's not afraid to take a chop out of his rivals either. Donald Trump is here to talk about his new book right after your local news.
Really just
wiggle. Wiggle while you're wriggling free. Gonna giggle while you're jiggling a wiggling spree. Wiggle. Decadent taste. 60 calories. Sugar-free Jell-O pudding cups. Wiggle. Because every diet needs a little wiggle room. Wiggle.
In order to give you more time to do the things you need to do, Beaverton Honda is now offering an Instant SOS to all of our customers. The Instant SOS is a Sanity one-sheet that has all of the information you need, including the price, payment, finance options, as well as information on your trade, and it's available within minutes of selecting your car. So if you have more important things to do than spending hours or days at a car dealership, and really, what isn't more important than spending hours or days at a car dealership? Come to Beaverton Honda on Canyon Road in downtown Beaverton today.
Intoxicating, enchanting, impossibly rich. They may just be the area's only clothing optional rugs. Parker Furniture, raw materials for refined living. The Karastan event, timeless patterns reduced for a limited time. Going on now. Preview sale items at parker-furniture.com.
A mystery taster is in the house. Next Rach.
From Northwest News Channel 8.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. Emergency responders get a big test this week in a major terror drill happening at PIR in North Portland. The top-off drill is similar to one that took place in Seattle 4 years ago. More than 15,000 people in Portland, Phoenix, and Guam will practice responding to a dirty bomb. That simulated blast happens tomorrow. It's 7:27. Now with a look at the Monday commute, here's Michael Convery.
All right, thanks, Brenda. The slowest traffic in town is down in Clackamas County because of an accident. You can't quite make it out. It's in the distance, just up the hill from the Abernathy Bridge, prior here to the viewpoint on 205 South. The left lane is blocked with the accident, but boy, we'll show you the backup here. It is bumper to bumper all the way back through Oregon City. In fact, all the way back now through Gladstone, back towards Clackamas on I-205 southbound this morning. Joe Michaels has a look at your forecast.
I do, Michael, and a bit of a wet forecast expected for the week ahead. Even for this morning, a few showers across westernmost portion of the metro area, and they're getting a little bit closer to Portland, but Portland itself still dry. Still, with all this moisture pushing in, it's going to get a little bit wet out there today with highs only in the 50s. Right now, it's 55 degrees in Portland. That extended forecast, again, rain, it arrives today, and it's going to stick around. We'll be back with another local update in just about a half hour.
Furniture leased by corporate executives. Now on sale for up to 70% off retail.
at Court Furniture Clearance Centers.
Oregon Ballet Theater season opens with 3 headlining ballets, including a company premiere by groundbreaking choreographer William Forsythe, and an all-new rendition of Midsummer Night's Dream by Christopher Stoll, October 13th through 20th at Keller Auditorium. For tickets, call or go to obt.org.
Par Lumber's Deck Rewards program is here. It's simple. Buy a deck, earn par points, get free stuff. Why buy a deck anywhere else when you can furnish it with free items available in the Par Points catalog? Don't forget, Par Lumber also offers free deck design, free delivery, and financing on approved credit. Hurry, the Deck Rewards program is going on now while supplies last. Details available at any of our 24 locations or at par.com.
Par Lumber, go where the builders go.
Developers and timber companies are funding millions in ads and attacks against Measure 49. The truth? Official records show many of these same people have development deals to build from 18 to 110 houses apiece, not homes for the grandkids or retirement. And they don't admit that Measure 49 would allow them between 1 and 10 homes. Measure 49 protects property owners and farms, forests, and water from development where it doesn't belong. Yes on 49.
Chicago, Chicago, that toddling town.
7:30 now on this Monday morning, the 15th of October, 2007. Mid-month and Midwest grandeur. That is the skyline of the city of the big shoulders, Chicago, and it's where Matt and Al have ended up this morning. We have got a wonderful crowd here in Rockefeller Plaza, a little bundled up, but still having a great time, waving to everyone back home. There they go. They just realized the cameras are on them. Meanwhile, inside Studio 1A, I'm Meredith Vieira. Matt, as I said, is in Chicago with Al. I'm missing you guys. What's coming up on your end?
We miss you too, Meredith. We'll get to talk to you more in a second. Coming up from here in Chicago, we're going to talk to a woman who endured a nearly unspeakable tragedy. Judge Joan Lefkoe, 2 years ago, her husband and mother were murdered in her home by a man who was unhappy with one of her rulings as a judge. But in the aftermath, Judge Lefkoe was able to learn about a different side of her mother, and she's going to talk to us about that for the first time in just a couple of minutes, Meredith.
And then Donald Trump, he is a man who needs no introduction, from the boardroom where he's known for saying "you're fired" to his angry words about Rosie O'Donnell and others, to his words of wisdom on business. He's certainly not the shy or retiring type. We're going to talk to him about his latest project in just a few minutes. Plus, you thought your job was tough. You've got nothing on National Geographic's Brady Barr, who battled a giant python on one of his expeditions. The giant snake wrapped around him, took a big bite, but he made it out alive, and he will be here to tell us all about it. Ouch, Matt.
All right, Meredith, thanks very much. When federal judge Joan Lefkoe's husband and mother were murdered in her Chicago home about 2.5 years ago, the judge thought she would probably never recover. Then a surprising discovery among her late mother's papers, a collection of poems. Let the judge see her mother in a whole new light. Here's NBC's Kevin Tibbles.
For Judge Joan Lefkoe and her daughter Laura, they were an unexpected find. Poems written by Lefkoe's late mother, Donna Humphrey, words of longing, sadness, and hope.
Her instrument is a drawn curtain, muting full intensity.
2 years earlier, there were no words to describe what the Lefkoe family went through. In February 2005, Joan Lefkoe, a Chicago federal judge, returned home to find her husband and mother shot dead in their basement. While Lefkoe and her 4 daughters mourned, Chicago police searched for the killer.
And we are committed to getting to the bottom of what happened.
Adding to her anguish, the killer turned out to be a disgruntled former litigant whose true target was Lefkoe herself. The murder sparked a national discussion and calls for tighter judicial security.
If they're executed by somebody who has a grudge against a judge, this is not business as usual.
Lefkoe, who'd remained intensely private through her ordeal, did come forward to address Congress.
An entire family has lost its ability to feel safe.
But despite her personal appeal, just last month the Department of Justice issued this report saying that efforts to monitor judicial threats had languished. Congress is now considering new legislative language to improve judicial security. But today the Lefkoes are focused on other words, those of a matriarch that will outlive this family's tragedy.
There's a huge
amount of emotion involved and respect for her as the individual she was.
For Today, Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Chicago.
And Judge Joan Lefkoe is here with her sister, Judy Humphrey-Smith. Ladies, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you very much for coming in this morning.
It's nice to be here.
It's been 2.5 years, and you've returned to your work on the bench. It seems as if you're putting one foot in front of the other and going on with life. Can you, though, just briefly describe for me, Judge, what you've been through over these past 2.5 years?
It's been very, very tough. I will tell you that. There's no way to minimize it. We have, we established our home. We've had 2 weddings in the family. My 2 girls have graduated. We're going forward. But
it's been hard.
It's been hard.
You described the pain of this and the facts surrounding this case as something that is always with you. It's like a ringing in your ears. Yes. I think you described it that way. Is it ever possible for you to block it out?
I think as time passes, there's less feeling of obsession with it. You know, we live with it. We just live with it.
There's enormous grief, obviously. Anyone who's been through what you've been through, the loss of 2 loved ones, would feel grief. But there is something that compounds this, and that is that these lives were taken because of the work you do.
Yes.
So there has to be some guilt attached to that. How has that impacted the grieving process?
Well, I think that's where my faith comes in, that I've been looking for resurrections. When I was set on this course, I said that I will look for resurrection, and one of the resurrections has been this book that we wrote. The other has been the memorial funds that were established for my husband. So that's the way we go.
Judy, you're going through your mom's things, and you knew she liked poetry.
Yes.
And wrote poems from time to time. Did you have any idea when you found this treasure trove of poems in her home that she was so prolific?
We really didn't realize how much she had written. We knew that she was kind of, as she got older, she was always writing, or often writing, and when she wasn't, she kind of felt guilty about it, like she should be writing. But yes, when we got it all together and saw what we had, we were really surprised that there was so much.
What struck you about the poems and her poetry in general? The tone, the quality, Judge Lefkoe?
Well, they weren't as dark as I expected. That's what I have said, and it's really true. Some of them are quite fun. And the other thing that I really loved about the poems is the communion with nature that she had, talking about hanging the wash on apple blossom mornings by fragrant from the trees my father planted.
You decided it was important to pretty much self-publish this book of poems because you didn't want your mom to be remembered only as a photograph connected to a tragedy.
Yes.
You wanted people to know this was a person. This was a vibrant woman who had a very interesting and complicated life. There's a poem in the book that struck me as I went through it, and it's called Widows. And I wonder if I could ask you if you'd read it for me.
I'd love to. I have to use my glasses.
So do I. Don't worry about it.
The widows. We are everywhere. We with our perms, our little purses, our careful steps supported by our walkers or our canes. We are the survivors. Years ago, we laid our men away, and though we did not know it then, our own significance as well. We are all about you. In the churches, in the shops, we lunch, we bide our time. People smile, indulging us. They hold the doors. We thank them, grateful. Truly, doors are heavy. We wait. We are polite and quiet. Don't make a fuss. We are the survivors.
I would imagine this effort is to make sure that her significance is not laid away.
Yes.
Can I just ask you, you've returned, as I mentioned, to the bench, Judge Lefkoe. Are you changed as a judge because of what happened to you?
I'm changed as a person. I trust that my ability to focus and to do the right thing hasn't changed.
I think you're both very brave to come on this morning. I know it's been an absolutely impossible 2.5 years, and the book of poems, I think, is wonderful, and I recommend anybody having a chance to go through them and learn a little bit more about your mom.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Pleasure
Judy,
to be here.
thank you so much. It was nice to meet you as well.
Thank you very much.
And for more information about the book of poetry or to read an excerpt, you can go to our website. Of course, that's todayshow.com. Let's get a check of the weather now from Mr. Roker.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. A lot of bravery there. Let's see what's going on and show you that basically we're talking about a beautiful day here in the Northeast and the Midwest as well. Afternoon temperatures going to be in the 70s, 60s in Chicago, 50s as you get into the plains in the Pacific Northwest, northern New England in the 40s, 80s as you get into the Southwest, and 90s in the extreme Southwest. Slight risk of strong storms, Texas on into Oklahoma, rain in the Pacific Northwest, sunshine up and down the eastern seaboard. Some showers move in later today into Chicago. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Our Vancouver Skycam, shortly after 7 o'clock this morning, it was showing a decent amount of cloud cover, and eventually those clouds are going to start dumping some rain. Our satellite water vapor loop this morning, you could see all this moisture, all those white colors. That is plenty of moisture all streaming into the picture, and eventually it's going to mean some rain. Our day planner, a few morning showers, but the steady rain is back for this afternoon, and it'll be a little bit cool as well, with highs mostly in the 50s. Your extended forecast, rain not just today, but all the way through the weekend.
That's the latest here from Michigan Avenue. Now let's head over to the NBC Tower. And Mr. Lauer, I like it rhymes.
Yeah, exactly, Al. Thank you very much. And still to come on today, much more from Chicago and New York, including the prescription for better health care, understanding what your doctor is really thinking. But up next, batten down the hatches, that Donald is in the house. We're going to find out what the real estate mogul, TV star, headline grabber is up to now. Watch out, Meredith, right after this.
Parentheses have a place, but not on your face. Lose those lines with Juvederm. Juvederm is an injectable gel your doctor uses to smooth out wrinkles, like those lines on the sides of your nose and mouth, instantly. Side effects, usually mild to moderate, included temporary injection site reactions like redness, pain, firmness, swelling, or bumps. Smooth, natural. Everyone will notice, but no one will know. Ask your doctor about Juvederm.
Introducing the all-new all-wheel drive Subaru Impreza with audio and video inputs, a 170 horsepower engine, and a starting price under 17 grand. The Subaru Impreza, 4 doors, 5 doors, and unlimited possibilities.
The all-new 2008 Subaru Impreza, well equipped at $16,995.
New Kraft Asian dressing. Toasted sesame, a hint of ginger. Peter's True Love Asian Salad. Craft your salad.
Kill the cough. Halls with vapor action. Starts working in 10 seconds.
You've reached the Stewarts. We're not home and we have prescriptions at 3 different pharmacies, and we use a mail order pharmacy. Please leave a message.
If only people used just one pharmacy, so that you could tell a pharmacist about all your medicines to check that they work safely together. Fortunately, Walgreens' free online system allows you to manage all your medicines, supplements, and health conditions 24 hours a day.
Think about it, Frank. Hold on. I'm a salesman. I work in Virginia, but I do business in Colorado,
The bucket's jammed.
It's a hydraulic Sacramento.
Roger that, 790, roger that, 790.
Fly me in a little lower.
Request permission for lower altitude recon.
Flagstaff
Democracy, people.
in San Antonio. So I need a network that works where I live. A place called Virgicalamento Flag Antonio. Frank, I'm back.
The new AT&T works in more places like Virgicalamento Flag Antonio.
Ever try that leading whitening strip? It's stuck in your mouth, so you're stuck in the house. New Listerine whitening quick dissolving strips dissolve away. And because they go, you can go. Plus, you're not stuck with that taste. You're not stuck taking them off either. Listerine whitening strips dissolve in minutes, kill bad breath germs, let you go. So why get stuck? Listerine whitening quick dissolving strips are the refreshingly easy way to get noticeably whiter teeth. It's whitening that lets you go.
Vitamin D is a key to calcium absorption, which helps keep bones strong. Caltrate has advanced levels of vitamin D. Keep your bones strong to keep your body strong. Caltrate, the key to strong bones.
There are cruise lines that keep you on their schedule, not yours. Then there's freestyle cruising, only from Norwegian Cruise Line, where you're free to whatever.
Back now at 7:44. Billionaire Donald Trump is as famous for his outspokenness as he is for his real estate empire. No one escapes his acid tongue, including yours truly. In between shooting his TV show The Apprentice for NBC and landing the big deals, he managed to find time to co-write a new book called Think Big and Kick Arse in Business and Life. Donald Trump, good morning to you. Nice to see you. I'll get to what you said about me in the book in a minute. First off, what's the biggest mistake do you think people make that keeps them from succeeding in business and in life?
They don't have knowledge, number one. You've got to have knowledge of your subject. And equally as importantly, you have to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, you're never going to get the knowledge because you're not going to want to devote the time to it. So you just need the knowledge, and people just don't realize that.
Well, some of the advice you give in your book seems sort of obvious to me. You dream big, set a big goal, be lean and hungry, take action every day, be passionate about your work, never take no for an answer, learn to trust your gut. I get those, but some of the other tips you give seem counterintuitive. Hire the best people. Do not trust them.
That's right.
Why would you hire somebody that you don't trust?
Because I've seen many people over the years hire great people. In fact, 20 years ago, if we were doing this interview, I would have said, hire the best people and trust them. Now I say, hire the best people and don't. I have seen so many people. They hire smart people, the best people.
So you
they
don't
know
trust
what they're doing.
anybody that works for you?
I trust very few people. I trust very few people. I respect people, and I want them to respect me. You have to be very smart. You have to know your subject. You can never have somebody so smart that he's smarter than you. You have to be the smart one.
But that sounds like you surround yourself with stupid people.
No, no, you just have to be very smart people, brilliant people, but let me be more brilliant. You have to know your subject, and you can't put yourself in a negative position.
Right. You also talk a lot in this book about revenge. You say that, you tell your readers, if someone attacks you, do not hesitate, go for the jugular. But is there a line that you wouldn't cross?
Oh, there's always a line, but when somebody attacks, you go after that person. You just go after that person. You attacked me a little bit, just a little bit, and I a little bit went after you, but very, very nice. I also said you're a wonderful woman.
Oh, you mean in the book where we were talking about the
I did say it was a lousy interview,
You
but
said
that's
it was
okay.
the dumbest interview if I was quoting correctly, the dumbest interview you've ever done.
Well, I was actually here to talk about the success of The Apprentice and how well it was doing and that it was going on again. And you sort of brought up another subject.
Well, I brought up Rosie because that was in the headlines. That's what you were talking about at the time. And you bring that up again in your book. You're still talking about Rosie.
No. Very little tiny section. I devote very much less than she devoted about me in her book. I can tell you that.
In any way, shape, or form, are you still trying to get even with her?
No. What's to get even? I mean, I think it came out very well. Most people agree with me. Rosie's a degenerate. We understand that. And, you know, it's one of those things. I think that came out loud.
That sounds like you're still trying to get even.
No, she likes beating her hands with baseball bats. If you want to buy a book about that, you can buy her book. If you want to learn about making money, you buy my book.
Well, in fairness, she did write about you in your book. In her book, she called you sadistic. She also wrote, I assumed Donald believed he had money. I did not assume Donald believed he was money, but apparently he does. The violence of his response suggests to me that money is the means by which he has defined himself, so the bankrupt statement felt devastating to him. Do you have any reaction to those
Well, no, she said I went bankrupt. I never went, but she said in the 1990s I went bankrupt. I never went bankrupt. She said a lot of things that weren't correct. Now, I could sit back and take that and, you know, listen to it and have people say it. Instead, I decided to fight back. I said she's a liar. They gave me a letter of apology, as you know, and lots of other things take place. So, you know, I'm very happy with the way that came out. But when I did my interview with you, you brought that up, and it wasn't about her, and I'd like to keep it, you know, outside of her. I mean, we bring it up a lot. People seem to, and it's not just you. I do interviews on lots of different things. I did one the other day. I'm opening a big building in Toronto. The first question, Mr. Trump, could you have a comment on Rosie? I mean, it
Well,
really,
that's because
it follows me around like the plague.
You also have a lot to say about Martha Stewart in your book, because she, in your estimation, was disloyal to you, and that's something that you will not tolerate.
Well, when Martha went to prison, I was one of the few people that really stood up for her and stood up for a big league. And then when Mark Burnett and I gave her a shot at The Apprentice, which she very much wanted, she failed on it. It just failed. She didn't get good ratings. It was thrown off the air, and it was a bad show. And mine did very well.
And yours is coming back
And she attacked me. Mine's coming back for 2 more seasons. But Martha attacked me for, she thought, we had the #1 show on television. She said, well, you should have gone off and let me do The Apprentice by myself. Who's going to throw off the #1 show on television? You can't do that. So it was never anticipated. But I was a little bit surprised at Martha. But I tell you what, I respect Martha. I like Martha. But, you know, she sort of was a little bit unfair to me, I think.
Anything you regret saying in this book? This is your chance.
Zero. Other than about you, you mean? No,
Yeah.
I love you. I'll always love you.
Congratulations on
Thank
the
you
new
very
season,
much.
Apprentice, beginning right after the Super Bowl. You told me the
That's
celebrity
right.
version.
It's going to be great.
Any names you can give me?
I'll give them to you in about 2 weeks.
Okay. Here?
Okay. Maybe I'll do it here. Yeah, it's a good idea.
All right. Thanks, Donald.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much,
I
Mimi.
forgive you. The book is called Think Big and Kick Ass in Business and Life. What a title. You can also catch a special about Donald Trump called The Billionaire Inside. That's Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and midnight Eastern Time on CNBC. And still to come in today, the man who got attacked by a 12-foot python and survived to tell the tale. But first, these messages.
Facing a mortgage meltdown. Looking like a great time to refinance. A liquidity crisis.
Confused by all the mortgage news? Did you know you can get help at Lending Tree's free Smart Borrower Center?
No.
No. Would you like to?
Yes, please.
Visit LendingTree.com/smartborrower. We'll help you make sense of it all. Lending Tree is committed to helping you make smart borrowing decisions, even if that decision is not to borrow. Take control and go to LendingTree.com/smartborrower today.
Thank you.
When it comes to powerful congestion relief, my choice is clear. I get Claritin Clear with Claritin D.
Some allergy decongestants change their formulas. Claritin D chose not to change.
For terrible sinus pressure, my choice is clear. Claritin D.
Nothing works stronger, faster, or longer to relieve your worst allergy symptoms, including congestion and sinus pressure, without drowsiness.
For the worst allergies, I want a product with the best decongestant. My choice is clear. Claritin D.
Get Claritin D at the pharmacy counter. Still no prescription needed.
Live Claritin Clear.
Rolling right, 076. You take the controls for a while? Sure. Where are you going? I'm gonna go wrestle that guy.
I'll wrestle you. I'll wrestle you. I'll wrestle you. I'll wrestle you.
I'll wrestle you. Toys R Us lets kids imagine, play, and dream up their own worlds. An amazing collection of Star Wars toys, the most WWE figures. Toys R Us. Time for childhood.
Working in a hospital means lots of hand washing.
And extremely dry skin. Gold Bond Ultimate Healing Lotion. 7 intensive moisturizers, 3 vitamins, plus healing aloe for healthy skin. Can your lotion do that?
This stuff really works.
If everyone were this cautious during cold and flu season, you wouldn't need to start your day with the vitamins and nutrients in Florida orange juice. Healthy, pure, and simple.
This is the story of how the all-new Highlander with an available backup camera redeemed the world's worst parallel parker. In his old car, when attempting to park, Dan slammed his landlady's bumper 341 times and nailed the maple tree 481 times, eventually resulting in 226 trips to the body shop. But all that changed when Dan got his all-new Highlander with the backup camera. Dan, you are the man.
You're looking at a man who can fly around the world in a single night.
Every family has someone he can fly around to 1,000,000 houses in one night, breaking and entering, who can't help but cause trouble. Meet Santa's brother, Fred. Holy cow. On November 9th, Clank! Vince Vaughn. Fat boy! Oi! Paul Giamatti. Oh, ho, ho. Fred Claus. Rated PG. Starts Friday, November 9th.
Hey, Meredith, we've drawn a crowd here in Chicago, and in a couple of minutes, we're going to eat with Oprah's personal chef, Art Smith. Coming up, Meredith.
All right, save me a little something, will you? We'll be right back. But first, your local news.
Hi, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Lonnie, and this is our story. We travel around the country square dancing.
It's our life.
Yeah.
We love it.
It keeps you active, but you do have the aches and pains.
Sometimes when we're dancing, the next morning, we just can't hardly get out of bed because, you know, it's arthritis again. I switched to a leave when his doctor told us about it. I was amazed.
And it helps.
Take a leave. We can go dancing that night, too.
You get to go around the square and hug the girls. That's why we square dance, so we can hug the ladies.
What?
Wiggle. Wiggle while you're wriggling free. Gonna giggle while you're jiggling a wiggling spree. Wiggle.
Decadent taste, 60 calories. Sugar-free Jell-O pudding cups.
Wiggle.
Because every diet needs a little wiggle room.
Wiggle.
It's a lonely feeling. While the rest of the world is sleeping soundly, you've woken up in the middle of the night asking yourself,
Why am I up again?
That's why only Ambien CR has 2 layers of sleep relief. The first dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. Plus, unlike other sleep aids, there's a second layer. It dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Sleepwalking and eating or driving while not fully awake with amnesia for the event have been reported. In rare cases, sleep aids may cause severe allergic reactions such as swelling of your tongue or throat or shortness of breath. If you experience any of these behaviors or reactions, contact your doctor immediately. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic and can be taken for as long as your prescriber recommends. However, like most sleep aids, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. Ask your prescriber about Ambien CR. Remember, CR for a good night's sleep from start to finish.
Monopoly at McDonald's is back.
We played the first day and won.
I'm getting a motorcycle.
No, you're not.
My Egg McMuffin won me an Egg McMuffin. Weird.
My rotation strategy worked. I won free fries and some serious cash. I'm on fire.
Whatever your strategy, there's never been a better time to play. With almost $200 million in cash and prizes, a $1 million prize served every week, plus guaranteed bonus pieces on all premium chicken.
We all won. His head's like magic.
Fresh. It's more than just a word. Those who really care about freshness take things to a different level. By removing the air, the Food Saver system seals in freshness the way ordinary zipper bags and storage containers can't. So you can savor the flavor of your favorite foods anytime. Bring a new level of freshness to your meals. Don't just make it fresh, make it Food Saver fresh.
Family's been farming here for over 50 years. But Measure 37 puts working farms like ours at risk. It means thousands of houses right next to farms, and where water is already tough to come by. It's a real mess. Measure 49 changes the law so it's fair for everyone. How do farmers feel? Ask us. We're farmers, and we're voting yes on 49.
News Channel 8 at 10 on Portland CW. From Northwest News Channel 8.
Good morning, I'm Brenda Braxton. A Clark County child rape suspect and his wife are slated to appear in court this morning. Jeff Spady is accused of raping an adopted daughter. The couple was arrested in Canada last month after leaving their home in Washington with their 4 biological children. It's 7:57, now with a traffic update. Here's Michael.
It is a busy Monday morning. Not a lot of problems, but boy, a lot of traffic early on this Monday morning. I-5 northbound is slow coming up through Wilsonville all the way past 205 in Tualatin. And then farther up the line, it's slow again from the Capitol Highway overpass down through the curves. Had that earlier accident, 205 southbound down in Oregon City. That's out of the way now. Here's the residual backup, though, out of Clackamas on 205 south, trying to get down into Oregon City West Lynn. Southbound I-5 is slowing in Vancouver, approaching the Interstate Bridge. Joe Michaels has your forecast.
Thanks a lot, Michael. Bit of an unsettled forecast for today. You can see from the Rose City Skycam, lots of clouds out there and a current temperature at 55 degrees. More than just clouds in some places, though. We've got some showers stretching up from Hillsborough up and towards Scappoose, and those showers continue to push off toward the east. In general, today, the rain, it does return, and it's not just today. The next 7 days, all could be wet. The Today Show is coming back at you right after this commercial break.
Lori Sims shows off her diving medal, hides her sinking algebra grade. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Todd Hughes reached level 16 on his video game, yet to reach grade level in reading. Sylvan has a tutor for that. Call 800-EDUCATE now. Sylvan can help children at every grade and every stage with reading, math, writing, homework, study skills, SAT, ACT prep, and more. See why more parents choose Sylvan over any other single tutor. Call your local Sylvan expert at 800-EDUCATE today.
What if there was a travel rewards point that was easy to turn into travel? One you could use at over 30,000 hotels worldwide and redeem for any seat, any time, on any airline on Expedia with no blackout dates. Introducing Thank You Network on Expedia. Another reason more people choose Expedia than any other travel site. Go with confidence. Expedia.com.
Mattress World's having a premium bedding sale.
Right now, save 10% on all premium queen and king sets and get 2 free latex or memory foam pillows.
That's right, 2 free latex or memory foam pillows.
And get no interest and no payments for 1 full year.
Don't miss this opportunity to gain hundreds in value. Mattress World's hard-to-find locations will save you money.
It's not too late to sleep like a baby. Mattress World.
If we can't beat any price on any comparable mattress, then the mattress is free.
My kind of town, Chicago.
We're back now, 8 o'clock on a Monday morning. It's the 15th day of October 2007, and it's a beautiful morning in that town right there, Chicago. We are enjoying the sights and sound, and we're enjoying the company of some nice people at NBC 5, our friends at WMAQ. We're out on the plaza this morning. Here in the Midwest to say hello to us here on the show, and also the folks back home. Out on the plaza, I'm Matt Lauer along with Al Roker, and this is a nice place. This is reminiscent of our plaza back in Rockefeller Center.
I know. We've got the river over here. We got the Wrigley building, the GM building.
And we just saw they also have a nice crowd. We don't want to slight the people in New York. They have a nice crowd back in New York as well, so our good morning to them as well. But you're right, this is a fun town.
It really is. The architecture's fabulous. You know, it's called, the famous troupe here is the Second City Comedy Troupe. Well, not only are they known for their improv comedy, but they're also known for helping CEOs get their mojo to when they have to talk to folks.
Right.
So it's going to be pretty cool. We got a neat story.
Well, known for her sense of humor as well is Meredith Vieira, who is back home in New York City, surviving an interview with Donald Trump. Meredith, good morning again to you.
Yeah, he's a pussycat underneath it all. You know, I used to live on Burling, for those who are native to Chicago, right off of Fullerton for 3 years. I love the city. I was going to say I feel lonely here this morning, but I have a lot of friends here. They all came out. You know how we complain sometimes, guys, about how our job can be tough? Well, we are wimps compared to the guy that you're going to introduce us to, Matt, from what I understand.
Now, the guy you're talking about, Meredith's name is Brady Barr. He hosts a show on National Geographic called Dangerous Encounters. And recently, he was at a cave in Indonesia wading through liquefied bat dung and scorpions. And he was looking for a python. Guess what? Boy, did he find one. This sucker turned around and bit him, and he was lucky to survive. We're going to talk to Brady Barr in just a couple of minutes. Don't try this at home.
And then a little bit later on, the man who helped feed Oprah Winfrey for 10 years opened up a fabulous restaurant here. We got to eat there last night, and Art Smith is going to share some of his food. And let me put it this way, bring a defibrillator.
Yeah, it's a heart attack on a plate.
But oh, is it good?
It's good, all right. So we got a lot ahead here in Chicago. Meredith, back to you in New York.
Yeah, and if you get sick and you want the best health care, you need to start to learn how to think like your doctor. Doctors think a real particular way, and if you don't understand it, you may not get the health care that you need. But before all of those stories, stories. We're going to head into the news desk, see what's going on in the rest of the world. Ann?
All right, thanks a lot, Meredith. Good morning once again, everybody. Iraqi officials are demanding that Blackwater, the U.S. security company, be expelled from Iraq within 6 months. Blackwater founder Eric Prince is defending his company against accusations that his guards killed 17 Iraqi civilians last month without provocation. He told Matt earlier on this program that if Blackwater is forced to leave Iraq, reconstruction of the country will take longer and be harder. A report out today finds that cancer death rates dropped more than 2% from 2002 to 2004, almost twice the rate during the previous 10 years. Researchers say they found important declines in deaths from lung, prostate, and colorectal cancers in men and breast and colon cancer among women, in part because more people are getting tested and diagnosed early. The main southbound lanes of Interstate 5 in Southern California reopened this morning in time for the morning commute. Over the weekend, crews worked to shore up the tunnel after Friday's pileup that killed 3 people. Today, motorists are being told to expect delays. 3 University of Texas students head back to class today after spending most of the weekend lost in a cave near Austin. NBC's Janet Shamlian has more now.
Main thing is they're all well.
Yes. They came out late Sunday night, a full day later than expected. 3 University of Texas students got more than they bargained for when they went off to explore what's called Airman's Cave, which extends some 12,000 feet long.
It's a great cave. It's not dangerous. Like it's very physically demanding. You need to be prepared. You can't go in not knowing what you're doing. But both of us have been in before.
The narrow passage is the width of a sewer pipe, not much more than a crawl space, damp and dark, filled with dirt and challenge.
They did get in an area where you drop in from a ceiling entrance, and then they spent several hours or most of their time trying to find that ceiling entrance again.
They knew it was risky business and had told friends to come looking if they didn't come out on time. When they didn't, fellow cavers went looking and found them.
Sorry to scare you. I'm very sorry to scare you.
After more than 30 hours, they emerged from the dark of the underground into the blackness of the night above it. Safe, unhurt, relieved.
We were prepared. People that go in should be prepared. If they're not, they shouldn't be caving.
Janet Shamlian, NBC News, Houston.
And now here's Brian Williams with what's coming up tonight on NBC Nightly News.
Hey, Ann, thanks. A lot of us with teenagers know the mix of teenagers texting and driving can be a deadly one. Hands off the wheel, eyes off the road. But could it be banned somehow? We're going to try to take on that story and the rest of the day's news tonight on Nightly News. And for now, back to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Brian. And now it is 8:05. Let's now go back to Chicago, where Matt and Al are standing by.
All right, Ann, thank you very much. And I know what the weather's like here. It's great.
Fabulous. Unbelievable. Well, they tell me, you guys, it's like this every day, right? Yeah. Every day. You're skipping school. Where are you at school?
Columbia College, Chicago.
You know, we got a Columbia in New York.
I know, it's not the same.
But yours is better, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And we got some lovely young folks here. What's your name?
Jessica.
And?
Isabel.
And where you guys go to school?
Laboratory school.
Are you getting ready to go to school now?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want you to miss anything, okay? All right. Let's check your weather, see what's going on. Our pick city today. Ooh, what a shock. Chicago. Yeah. NBC 5, partly cloudy, mild. Going to be gorgeous today, 74 degrees. That's a day. All right, let's take a look, show you the rest of our map. If our stage manager, Jim Simmelman, could move from the monitor. Thank you very much. Matt Lauer, you could move from the monitor. Showers in the Pacific Northwest. We're looking at sunshine up and down the eastern seaboard. Rain from the Great Lakes. Strong storms possible. Texas into Oklahoma. Fog in Southern California, then burning off to a lovely day. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Our Salem Skycam, right around 7 o'clock on your Monday morning. You can see what we had outside. Not too much, which was a good thing. We didn't have too much rain on the camera lens, but eventually that rain will be in here. Our day planner for today, you can see exactly what it's showing. Some morning showers and then that steadier rain. That'll be back for this afternoon, along with cooler temperatures. Yesterday we were in the 60s. Today, though, only in the 50s. Your extended forecast, we're going to stay in the 50s, and the rain is expected to stick around.
And that's your latest weather.
Hi, Mr. Rookie. You hungry?
Oh, gosh, yes. After last night.
Yeah, right. The Today Show travels on its stomach. Coming up next, Oprah's chef, Art Smith, will cook up some stuff for us right here on the plaza. There's Art right there. Also coming up, this one next, a man who got way too up close and personal with a reticulated python. But he lived to talk about it. We'll meet him right after these messages.
Mom, when I showed up with my friends and said, we're hungry, did you phone in with a bowl of chips? No, you broke out the Anytizer Buffalo Boneless Chicken Wings.
So here's to you, Danny's mom. Danny's mom.
You may not get the thanks you deserve, but Tyson can make your job a little easier. Introducing Anytizers from Tyson. From boneless wings to chicken fries, anytime is right for Anytizers.
Wow, those are some big sinus symptoms. But Advil Cold and Sinus is huge relief. The power of Advil, plus a strong decongestant. Ask for it at the pharmacy counter. Advil Cold and Sinus. Big time relief.
Hey, Mom, check out Toby's new trick.
Toby!
Time to get your carpet clean? Call today about our $99 special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer gets carpet cleaner.
Personal style for me is first and foremost about comfort. Comfort is everything. I always love adding a little element of surprise, whether it's for home or for fashion. Casual can be extremely stylish. Dressy can be very casual. Simply Vera Vera Wang for Kohl's. It's a new way of living. It's not just a new way of dressing.
This time of year, my dandruff really shows.
And my old shampoo didn't stop the itch, so I switched.
Selsun Blue, doctor recommended for flakes and itch. Aloe and moisturizers for healthy hair and scalp.
Never wear black without the blue.
Selsun Blue.
This Friday, Tim Burton's masterpiece is back. In 3D surreal, it's scary. Walt Disney Pictures presents The Nightmare Before Christmas. Rated PG. Only in Disney Digital 3D. Limited 3-week engagement begins this Friday.
Well, first of all, they're not all the same. No, all bras are not the same. Like finding a really good man, it's like finding a really good bra. Your bra is my second purse. Sometimes you get those ugly little lines from digging in like, A bra has to lift. Got the telephone. You can't be like pulling at it all day long. I'm embarrassed from when we went to the movies.
The Playtex 18-hour Comfort Lace Bra. The great fit you expect from Playtex. Now with beautiful lace detail.
Finally, a comfortable, supportive bra that's actually pretty.
Playtex. Who knows you like we do?
Thanks, Playtex.
I do everything totally fast. I pick my token fast, I roll fast, buy fast, pay fast, and I win fast. Well, most of the time.
Now you can play faster without cash with the new Monopoly Electronic Banking Edition. So whether your style is fast and furious or cool and calculating, how you play Monopoly is half the fun.
Times Square. In one hotel, 20 million. Swipe and pay, Dad. Fast and without cash. That's how I play. How do you play Monopoly?
Between cappuccinos, mochachinos, and cups of double trouble, you've got a sugar situation. But Splenda Flavors for Coffee gives you rich, delicious flavor with no calories. Splenda. Imagine life sweeter.
Packed with 3 times concentrated power. All small and mighty detergent. 3 times smaller, 3 times mightier.
Good.
And welcome back to a special split edition of Today from New York and Chicago. You think you have it rough at work, you know, sitting in a cubicle all day or even shuttling the kids back and forth to soccer practice. Well, wait until you see what happened to National Geographic's Brady Barr while he was taping a recent episode of his show, Dangerous Encounters. He had a real close encounter with a 12-foot reticulated python.
He's got a good grip.
I know. Okay, I'm going in. I'm going in. Oh,
What happened?
you just bit the rock. Be careful. He's got a mouthful of teeth. I've got him by the head. Oh, he's out. He's loose. Okay, can you pull him? Whoa. Here comes the head. Here comes the head. Watch it. Watch it.
Yes, forward.
Watch it. He's on me. God. He's gone. Let go. Wait. He's bitten me. Where's his head?
Where's his head? Where do you hear it?
It's hard to watch. Brady Barr, good morning to you.
Hey, top of the morning to you.
Yeah, how are you feeling, first of all? We'll talk about exactly what happened, but you got severely bitten. How are you doing?
Oh, man, I'm great. That was about 3 months ago, but that's an early morning eye-opener, that's for sure.
So you're wading in bat dung and scorpions in this cave in Indonesia. You like this job, is that correct?
Oh man, I got the best job in the world. I'm a herpetologist. I study reptiles, and anytime you can spend some time with giant reticulated pythons is a good day.
But so you see a tail of this python in the wall, you tried to pull it out, and one thing leads to another, and all of a sudden the snake's in the water with you, and you can't find the head of the snake. Not a good thing when you're dealing with a python, correct?
Oh man, these guys have over 100 recurved needle sharp teeth, and you do not want to feel the bite from one of these things.
It's not a venomous bite though, correct, Brady?
No, that's correct. These are constrictors. They put on the big squeeze. They squeeze their prey. They just use this bite. They use the bite as an anchoring point just to hang on to their prey.
I want to show people, and unfortunately we've got a lot of people sitting at home right now eating their Cheerios, but I want to show this bite. We're looking at the bite right now. I mean, that is a nasty gash, and complicating this whole thing is you're in a very remote area of Indonesia. How much danger were you in?
Well, the danger was really the chance of infection. I mean, I've got these gaping open wounds that are filled with bat feces and in a remote location, so that was the real danger. I mean, it was a 27-hour journey to get to a hospital to get proper medical attention.
And isn't it true that a colleague of yours had recently lost a leg due to infection? That had to be going through your mind.
Yeah, that was going through my mind, but you know, that if you're a field researcher and you work on wild animals, or you know, whether you're a geologist working on volcanoes or an oceanographer working in the deep sea, there are risks in what you do, and we just try to minimize those risks when we're in the field.
Yeah, but when is it too much? I mean, the show is called Dangerous Encounters, so you're telling people right off the bat that you're going to put yourself in dangerous situations, but what about the risk reward? I mean, not only is it you in that cave in that water with that python, but you've got a crew there as well. How much danger are you willing to put those people in?
Well, I mean, our safety, I've been doing this for a long, long time, over a decade, and the number of accidents that have occurred, you know, I can count on my fingers. We're really, really careful, but it is called Dangerous Encounters. You work on crocodiles or you work on snakes. These are dangerous animals, but you just try to take every precaution while you're out there.
All right, well, we're happy you're okay, and please be careful, all right, Brady?
Always. Thanks for having me.
All right, I want to mention to our viewers that Dangerous Encounters Snake Bite airs this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on the National Geographic Channel. And up next, Brady may want to listen to this, how to get better health care by starting to think the way your doctor thinks. We'll talk about that right after these messages.
Kill the cough. Halls with vapor action. Starts working in 10 seconds.
See what everyone's raving about. Book a Royal Caribbean cruise today and get out there.
It's a tight squeeze, so come on please, give me some wiggle room. That's what I want. W-I-G-G-L-E.
Sugar-free Jell-O, only 10 calories, because every diet needs a little wiggle room.
It's the Rose Petal Cottage.
Come on in.
Where her dreams have room to grow.
It's time to sleep now.
It's a place of her very own.
And my muffin is really yummy.
She can do things her way in the Rose Petal Cottage.
This can go here. This goes here.
Entertain her imagination.
Let's do laundry.
And a special friend or two.
Ta-da!
It's her place where her dreams have room to grow. The Rose Petal Cottage.
trusted it on a really important night. Brunette Expressions really keeps your hair healthy looking, so the color is going to look great. You know, people see that your hair is kind of catching a little sparkle. This is what I want it to look like all the time. It's this Chroma Shine formula. It made my colored hair more brilliant. I almost didn't believe it could happen. Then it did. I really do trust my colored hair to Pantene Expressions. And your shade, brilliant. Shine.
Steve is like a big kid. He gets out there and plays like he's 4.
Carrie's always said that we have to be married for 80 years. So I have to live to 112. I want to be around to see them get married off. I just found out that my cholesterol was not where I want it to be. So I did eat the Quaker oatmeal every day for 30 days. It helped lower my cholesterol. 7 points.
But 7 points in 30 days, wow.
Quaker oatmeal. Every day should be this good.
It's like having 3 kids in the house.
Money should not sit around. It should be invested.
Right, like in a nice car.
I'm talking about something that could actually increase in value.
Well, a really nice car can increase in value.
Really?
Really?
I'd put it in Fidelity Mutual Funds. I'd pick 4- and 5-star funds.
And you can drive it.
You're not going to win this argument.
No matter what kind of investor you are, Fidelity can help you make a smart move. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Contact Fidelity for prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully.
This morning on today's 101, how to be a better patient. Dr. Jerome Groopman is a physician, a professor at Harvard Medical School, and author of the book, How Doctors Think. Dr. Groopman, good morning to you. You ask the average person about their doctor, and 9 times out of 10, they'll say either he or she doesn't listen to me, I can't get enough time in the office with them, I feel like the snap judgments are being made. What's going on?
Well, there's tremendous time pressure now in medicine. Visits are being compressed to 12, 14 minutes. And studies show that within 18 seconds, physicians interrupt a patient and already have an idea of what's wrong. And
that's the snap judgment that people
snap judgment. So snap judgment is one. The second is you go with your very first impression. So instead of thinking broadly or listening to all the symptoms, you run with that. And the other one really involves stereotyping people. So when someone comes in, if they're in menopause, all the problems are attributed to menopause. If they're elderly, it becomes, quote, old age.
So it's never thinking outside the box then, essentially.
It's not, and what you really need from a physician is to think about what's unusual, what's different, what's improbable, because about 15 to 20% of all people are misdiagnosed, and in half of those cases, it results in real harm to the patient.
And you say it's because of thinking errors, not technical errors. What are thinking errors?
Well, there's been focus on technical errors like mixing up someone's blood test. It's not that. It's that the physician makes a thinking mistake. And basically, it's what we just said, that he goes with his first impression, he ignores information which contradicts what may be going on.
And you experienced it firsthand. I know you're wearing the brace on your wrist, and you went to quite a few doctors and got all different diagnoses.
I went to 5 very prominent hand surgeons. I got 4 completely different diagnoses.
Why is that? The same reason? In other words, that they just weren't ready to spend enough time with you to figure it out?
Part of it was time. Part of it was just not thinking. One surgeon said, I'll cut you open and figure it out when I get in there, which didn't inspire much confidence.
So what do you do as a patient to get around this?
Well, I think first you need to express your concerns. You need to say, let me really tell you everything that's going on. You also have to be very attentive to make sure that you can ask questions like, what else could it be, so that a snap judgment doesn't hold. And you can also ask, is there anything that you have found that contradicts your impression? Those kinds of questions can really protect you from a thinking error.
Now, let's say that you go into your doctor and you've been diagnosed and you don't get better. At what point do you say, enough's enough, and move on?
Well, I think first you should say to the doctor, you know, I feel like we're not connecting. I feel like we're not communicating well. And most physicians want to do a good job, and they're not happy in the current system, and things will get back on track. But if you find that you're being stereotyped, that everything is being attributed to this first impression, and the physician is really not continuing to think and dig to figure out your problem, then it's time to find another physician.
And how are doctors reacting to your book?
You know, very positively. And a lot of people thought that it would cause a backlash, and it isn't, because physicians want to do a good job. And we are not taught in medical school how to think. And now, for the first time, we understand how we can think successfully and why we make mistakes and go astray.
Dr. Groopman, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with the rest, by the way.
Thank you.
And the book is How Doctors Think. And now back to Chicago and Matt.
All right, Meredith, thanks very much. Does the thought of public speaking put you into a cold sweat, whether it's at work or your kid's PTA meeting? Well, you may want to spend some time with some hilarious performers. They're the kings and queens of improv here in Chicago, and NBC's Kevin Tibbles did just that. I hope they helped you.
Well, let's say you had a business meeting this morning, and everyone in the office is going, oh, no, it's Frank again in sales. He's so boring. Well, what happens if you're Frank, or more importantly, if you're me? Anyway, Second City, the kings and queens of improv, as you just said, have got a new sort of way to teach you how to sparkle in front of a crowd.
For many of us, public speaking is the stuff nightmares are made of.
Good luck. That is a tough crowd.
Even the most experienced orators can suffer a primetime meltdown in the heat of the spotlight.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Yeah!
But for those looking to polish presentation skills or facing the podium for the first time, there's help in a most unlikely place.
It's especially helpful if you're presenting in a team.
It is the basic tenet of improvisation.
No more boring manuals or snore-fest seminars. Chicago's famed Second City comedy troupe is taking improv to the boardroom.
Dealing with the unexpected, dealing with change, dealing with problems that happens in business, and the ability to improvise is key.
I have to communicate a lot of technical mumbo jumbo to people.
I think that my nerves are showing through.
The students are business execs seeking to shed the jitters. Second City actors, no strangers to a tough crowd, put them on the path to smooth talk. Lesson 1, learn to concentrate. Like we did by tossing imaginary objects around the room.
Failing miserably.
Lesson 2, ignore interruptions. There's one in every crowd, that jerk intent on disrupting the meeting. Don't let them. Although I did enjoy the role playing.
We're going to take risks on stage and sometimes fall flat on our faces.
And if all else fails, heck, make it up. The folks at Second City are the masters of the ad-lib.
You win over an audience when you can get a laugh, when you can get a genuine laugh.
Still, when it comes to public speaking, I think I'll leave it to the pros and do all my talking to the camera.
But thanks to these comedic coaches, even the office geek can learn to bring down the house.
It is all about mind control. You know, there were about 20 people there. They remembered every person's name after the first, I'm sorry, what's your name again?
Yeah, good one. So it clearly didn't work for you. That was fun. Good for you.
Thanks for having me.
Kevin, good to see you here.
See you again.
When we come back, Oprah's Chef live on the plaza.
Okay, class, let's go. 1, 2, up, 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 arriba, there you go. Abajo, turn, keep turning. Here we go again, left, right, 1, 2, 1, 2, vamos! Up, down, up, abajo, arriba, muy bien. And take a deep breath. Stretch all those músculos. Y ya.
The Trailblazers Pick 6 ticket pack. Okay, LaMarcus, what are your 6 picks?
First pick will be Detroit. Rasheed Wallace, a great player, and people, compare my game to him. Cleveland, my boy from Texas, Daniel Gibson, plays for them. The Lakers, Kobe, I think he's a great player. And Dallas, I'm from Dallas. I'm looking forward to playing against Dirk. New York, I think the fans are going to be happy to see Zach come back in town. The Spurs, and I'm looking forward to playing against Tim Duncan. So those are my 6 picks. What are yours?
Try the Kung Pao chicken with crunchy peanuts and spicy peppers at Panda Express today.
From Northwest News, Channel 8.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton, along with Debbie Duran. A major terrorism drill kicks off this morning here in Portland. This is video from a previous top-off exercise up in Seattle. The goal of today's drill at Portland International Raceway is to help local, state, and federal governments work together to contain a major terror attack. Now here's Michael Convery with a final look at our Monday morning drive.
All right, thanks, Brenda. It's been a busy Monday morning. Inbound on I-84, we're still pretty crowded. Again, right now from 205 in past 82nd Avenue. More slowing off and on from Providence down to I-5. And on the Sunset Highway heading into town, it's still on the brakes coming just before Sylvan down past the zoo towards Vista Ridge Tunnel. Joe Michaels has your forecast.
Thanks a lot, Michael. Right now, a little bit chilly outside. It's 54 degrees in Portland and 49 in Hillsborough. And we're tracking some showers right in there. Those showers still not in downtown Portland just quite yet, but they will be by later today with that rain arriving and a wet extended stretch. Let's go back to you.
All right, thank you, Joe. Stay with News Channel 8 for another local news update in just 25 minutes. Have a great morning.
All new, Jerry Seinfeld is here with Big Buzz, his B-movie.
Oh, no. Do you want me to tell that story?
His real life, honey, plus Renee Zellweger and Matthew Broderick. Next Oprah.
Today at 4 on News Channel 8.
So instead of ODS health insurance, I can live in Paris.
With our company Teleporter, employees can live anywhere they want. Jim lives in the jungle.
It's the legendary island of shoes.
So do we have a deal?
Not without ODS.
I can't live like this. I haven't felt like myself in months.
That's how I felt before I had my hysterectomy.
I can't be laid up for weeks.
You don't have to. I had my LSH 2 weeks ago.
What's an LSH? I've never heard of that.
Me neither, until I found out about the Pearl Women's Center. It's a less invasive hysterectomy. I was home the same day, and they made me feel so comfortable.
I just want my life back.
You have options. Contact the Pearl Women's Center today.
Sequoia Village in Clackamas is just 2 blocks north of Clackamas Town Center. Prices range from the 140s to 260s, and Sequoia Custom Homes will pay for your mortgage for 6 months. A beautiful gated community with heated pool, clubhouse, and children's play area. Townhomes feature 1 to 3 bedrooms, gourmet kitchens, and raised ceilings with spacious floor plans. And a new Max rail station will soon be 2 blocks away. For more information, visit sequoiacustom.com.
Tonight, Jay's All New with James Spader, Gloria Estefan, and headlines.
Dead man remains dead.
Then Conan's All New with Anderson Cooper and Paget Brewster. Tonight.
8:30 now on this Monday morning, October 15th. My brother Jeff's birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff. We're happy to have such a great crowd joining us on this crisp fall morning here in Midtown Manhattan. And we've also got a rockin' crowd in the city of Chicago because Matt and Al are in town, and they look like they're having a great time there as well. What is going on, Matt, in your neck of the woods this morning?
What's not to like? We've got a lot going on here. We've got a great crowd of people. They've been here since the wee hours of the morning. Thank you for that. We appreciate it. And we've got a beautiful day. I'm sitting here with Al, and also coming up, we're going to be talking about this showdown that is brewing here in the Windy City, not between the Cubs and the White Sox. We're talking about between Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. Both were born here. They call this their hometown. So in the upcoming primary season, who has the home field advantage? We're going to get into that in just a little while.
Little hometown smackdown. Yeah. You know, all this traveling, you kind of work up an appetite.
I did.
So we need to get some good grub. And so who better than Mr. Art Smith, Oprah's hometown chef. Art's opened up a brand new restaurant, and he's got some good cooking for us. I mean, I'll tell you, these grits, you talk about stick to the ribs, they just they're still stuffed.
Grits and shrimp, yeah. And you can serve them for breakfast.
Absolutely.
And I noticed on the left-hand corner of the table we got some fried chicken.
This is not your mama's fried chicken. This is good fried chicken.
We're looking forward to that. So we got a lot here. Meredith, what do you have back there?
Yeah, well, Ann has a little challenge for you guys.
He said showdown.
Okay, guys, we have a bit of a smackdown here. They think the crowd in New York is louder and more enthusiastic.
We'll do phase 2 tomorrow. Okay, anyway.
Come in a little while. Women and money. 2 many young women have more shoes in their closets than they have in their dollars in their retirement account, and experts say that is a big mistake. Coming up, we'll show you how to start early because it's crucial because women usually outlive men.
You know, and we also have something, you know, we do it all for you this morning because actually, you know, we're talking about coming up later. If your guy is lacking in the boudoir, well, we actually have some advice this morning. I mean, I don't have the advice. I know nothing, but we have an expert coming up to kind of help us out in that direction.
Wow. Okay, well, back to you guys who need no advice whatsoever. Al, what's going on in the weather
Richard
department?
and Brian will be listening to those segments.
I know.
All right, folks. You got to check the weather for us?
Yes, indeed you do. Let's see what's happening as far as your week ahead. First of all, we'll start off with the temperatures much above to above normal eastern half of the country, much below to below normal in the Pacific Northwest and Northern California. Precip-wise, we are looking at some heavy rain in the northern Mississippi River Valley, mountain snows in the Pacific Northwest, thunderstorms down into the Gulf Coast, rain in southern Florida. That's what's going on around the country. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.
A beautiful shot of the city before the sun came up this morning. The sun, it is going to come up, but you're not really going to see it today because of a pretty impressive disturbance. You can see on the water vapor satellite loop, here comes this storm system, and out ahead of it, ample moisture. All that moisture leading to some rainfall for today, and you can see it here on our day planner. Morning showers transitioning to steady rain for this afternoon, and temperatures mostly in the 50s today. Your extended forecast, if you don't like the rain, not going to like the forecast because the rain is here to stay.
And that's your latest weather. These folks have a nice towel. Says it's cooler by the lake, Loyola University.
Yeah, and by the way, I mentioned Barack Obama born in Hawaii, but of course says this is now hometown. We've got the Danvers Dollies here, and I asked them how they decided to put these crowns on, and then they showed me the other side of their sign.
Oh, yeah.
It has something to do with these empty six-packs. Ladies, thanks.
That's
nice
a
to have you here.
24-pack.
There you go. When we come back, Art Smith cooks up a storm on this plaza, but first, this is Today on NBC.
You talk to your doctor. You talk to your specialists. But do they talk to each other? At Portland's oldest multi-specialty clinic, we believe comprehensive care takes communication and collaboration. Because your whole health is our whole concern. Welcome to the Portland Clinic.
Experience one of the most unique museums in the country. It's interactive, inspiring, and just a short drive from Portland. The Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. Dream to fly. The ultimate movie experience. Evergreen IMAX Theater. Now playing Sea Monsters 3D, a prehistoric adventure.
I've never seen a movie that incredible. I thought it was fantastic.
Ancient marine reptiles come to life on the big screen in 3D. Visit sprucegoose.org for listings.
Sequoia Crossing in Oregon City is located in a quiet, convenient location, close to schools, shopping, and I-205. If you buy now, Sequoia Custom Homes will pay for your first 6 months. These gorgeous 3- and 4-bedroom townhomes feature island kitchens, raised ceilings, gas fireplaces, air conditioning, and double-car garages. Prices start from the 240s. For more information on Sequoia Crossing, visit sequoiacustom.com.
I think I'll grab some lunch.
Okay.
What?
No time for lunch? Try a deli creation sandwich from Oscar Mayer. Everything you need packed fresh. A bakery roll, oven roasted ham, sharp cheddar, Dijon and mayo to create a delicious sandwich in a microwave minute. Oscar Mayer Deli Creations. The hot and melty moments you deserve for the love of lunch.
He spent 10 years as Oprah Winfrey's personal chef. Now Art Smith, a 2-time James Beard Award winner, has opened up his own restaurant in Chicago.
Apparently it's a great one. It's called Table 52. It serves handmade organic food gathered from some of the best farms in this area. Hey, Art, nice to see you.
Great to see you. Great to see you. Thank you very much.
We ate at the restaurant last night. Spectacular.
What do you mean we?
Well, our producers all down there.
I missed out.
You missed it, buddy.
We in all of Chicago.
Well, he's going to do a little little bit here. When you've been Oprah Winfrey chef since 1997. When you decided to open this restaurant, did she have any advice for you?
She said, honey, just love them as much as you've loved me.
So, you've gotten great reviews.
Yeah.
How's it been going so far?
It's been terrific. The one reason I've been able to do it, I have a remarkable, the chef has a chef. I met this incredible guy 4 years ago, Ray Villalobos, who's become my chef, and he's really inspired me. Like this particular dish I want to show you. I want to tell you something. Grits are not all grits are the same.
No.
There's such a thing, true grits. True grits, they're coarse, they're better for you, a multi, and they're really, really delicious. And I want to show you, this is just a really simple dish that I learned growing up in the South. Now, Raymundo, my chef, added a little caliente to it. So we just take a little Gulf shrimp. We're going to have a little ancho powder, a little chili, and a little brown sugar.
Oh, interesting.
And then what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of mix those up just a little bit.
Is this a lunch? Is this a dinner? When do you serve this meal?
In the South, they eat it for breakfast. They're called breakfast shrimp. But we have it for dinner and for lunch at table 52.
Okay.
And we're just going to take this like that. Okay, we're just going to
Now, the shrimp cook up pretty quick, but the grits, you've got to cook for over an hour.
Exactly. The best thing to do, Al, was with any kind of like whole grains, you want to make sure you soak them overnight. And then that makes breakfast or your meal faster. So what we've done, we've cooked these with a little milk and butter, and you
A little milk and butter.
Okay, I want to tell you something.
Bring in the milk and butter.
As my dear friend Paula Dean says, I'm your chef, not your doctor. Okay.
Right.
All right. So you just take that. You get those grits a cooking there.
Can I just taste a little of it?
You can taste the grits.
Go ahead.
I was going to give you some hummingbird cake, but if you want to taste the grits. Well, you've already tasted grits.
Yeah.
Those are great. They're delicious. Okay.
And then I'm going to take those. We're going to cook the shrimp a little bit.
And while it's cooking up, Art, tell me about Common Thread.
Well, 4 years ago, I started an after-school program with my partner, Jesus Salguero, and the whole purpose of the program is to teach kids about themselves, as well as teach them how to eat better nutritionally, and also learn about the world through food. We have over 8 locations in the city of Chicago. We're in Kosciuszko, Mississippi at the Oprah Winfrey Boys and Girls Club, and we just opened in Los Angeles.
Great.
And we have 1,000 kids. Can you believe that?
And by the way, congratulations, because I know the James Beard Society named you the Humanitarian of the Year. You're shaking your head. That's a very, very big honor, because it's a wonderful organization.
Yeah, they are a wonderful organization, and what's amazing is that the power of food. In the day that we live, we're always concerned about some of the health issues of food, but we also have to look at the therapeutic value of food. The fact is that food is love, and that it's a great way to love people. We're going to add our grits. Look at that. Okay.
You can kind of feel your arteries clogging right there, but
no.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. We're going to add a little tomato. Okay. If they want to get the recipe, they can go to the website, and we'll give it to them.
While this is cooking up, tell us about these biscuits. I'll stir it while you.
Well, we're gonna talk about some biscuits, and we're gonna show you how to make them. I want to tell you something. One of the things Oprah taught me was never be ashamed who you are, and I've never been ashamed to serve a biscuit. I want to tell you something. We just take our shrimp. I want to tell you something. Y'all are supposed to say, All right, great. And there you have it, shrimp and grits. And that with a little parsley. And that's a great thing. Our pistachio chicken, which is famous from the Legends Ball. I've served all of Hollywood fried chicken. I want to tell you, Julia Roberts, Mary Jane Blige, the list goes on. The fact is, we all like good food.
My favorite comfort food.
And who was in the restaurant the other day?
Robert Redford. Woo! He said, honey, want a quiet street and a little restaurant, and all of Chicago's inside. Thank you very much.
All right, Art
Thank
Smith,
you.
a little bit. Art, you're going to be back a little bit later.
Better. We're going to do a little more cooking.
A little more cooking, little biscuits, hummingbird cake, and a 12-layer chocolate cake that's out of this world.
Exactly.
The restaurant is table 52.
Right.
Art Smith, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Coming up next, why women have to start investing early. We'll show you how. But first, this is today.
A 4-year-old child is on the street.
We want to hire you to augment the investigation.
Looks like somebody had a little talk with him before they shot him.
They stole a little girl, and you knew about it. How much?
This child's all I care about. I'm gonna bring her home.
Gone, baby, gone. Rated R.
In order to give you more time to do the things you need to do, Beaverton Honda is now offering an instant SOS to all of our customers. The Instant SOS is a Sanity One Sheet that has all of the information you need, including the price, payment, finance options, as well as information on your trade. And it's available within minutes of selecting your car. So if you have more important things to do than spending hours or days at a car dealership, and really, what isn't more important than spending hours or days at a car dealership? Come to Beaverton Honda on Canyon Road in downtown Beaverton today.
Dosha, Portland's premier salon spa. The look, the cut, the color, bringing you beauty 7 days a week. Call to schedule your service today. Dosha.
It's one of the largest Northwest RV shows of the year inside the event center. This Thursday through Sunday only. Every RV has been seriously discounted. Come and see the entire lineup of exclusive RVs that are only available at this show. Fleetwood Class Cs with a full body paint starting at only $468 a month. Thor travel trailers starting at only $1118 a month. Don't miss one of the largest Northwest RV shows of the year inside the event center at the fairgrounds. This Thursday through Sunday only.
As we approach the end of another year, I want you to donate your vehicle to Portland Rescue Mission, because our full-service shop may recondition your car to maximize its donation potential. So help drive away hunger by calling 503-MISSION.
This portion of today is brought to you by Fidelity Investments. Smart move.
This morning on Today's Money, why women need to start investing when they're young. A recent study found that half of single women between the ages of 21 and 34 believe that money is for spending, not for saving. But by not investing during those early years, women end up saving 44 cents for every dollar that men save for retirement. And that's not good, especially because women live longer and need more savings than men in their golden years. Here's how one young woman started investing.
Hi, yes, my name is Kimberly Shahan. I am with Liberty Behavioral Management, Holliswood Hospital.
When Kimberly Shahan was 27, she began investing in her company's 401k retirement plan with a generous 6% match.
I didn't notice that it was gone out of my paycheck, so it added up quickly.
When she left that job, she took advantage of a one-time opportunity to pull $15,000 out of her 401k with no tax penalty to make a down payment on her first home. 2 years later, she sold the house and walked away with a $40,000 profit. Now Kimberly is ready to invest a good chunk of that money in a restaurant franchise.
I think the key is to start small and make sure it's manageable. Don't try to take it all on at one time.
And she's looking for more ways to invest her money, stocks and real estate.
I'm looking for ways to make investments now that will continue to pay me for the rest of my life.
For now, Kimberly will keep her day job in healthcare, but having money in the bank gives her choices.
I get to choose my career path. I can go back to school. These are all choices that I wouldn't have if I didn't have money in the bank. And most importantly, it's the peace of mind. It's knowing that, you know what, I have a little cushion to fall back on. If everything goes wrong tomorrow, I'll be okay.
Stacey Francis is a certified financial planner who specializes in working with women and money. Stacey, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Kimberly's off to a slow start. I mean, that's just a little bit of money, but still a good start.
Exactly.
And that puts her ahead of most women, actually, young women.
Yes, she is ahead of most women. I mean, when we looked at women and interviewed them about what money was for, ages 21 to 34, they thought it was for spending, not for investing. In fact, over half of them said they were more likely to accumulate 30 pairs of shoes than actually invest.
And when you look at what those 30 pairs of shoes, if you invested that money, let's say $100 per pair of shoes, what that would do, how that would accumulate.
Unbelievable, over $24,000. And that's a lot of money to anyone, especially to women who say they're living paycheck to paycheck and can invest.
You know, a lot of women, it's interesting. I mean, we're savvy in so many ways, yet there are so many young women who say, well, eventually I'll meet a guy who will handle the finances, which is not the right way to think.
It's not. I mean, a man is not a financial plan. And if you think that your knight in shining armor is going to take away your financial woes, you're wrong. Over 50% of marriages end up in divorce. And at the end of that divorce, a woman's standard of living actually drops. Even if you find that ideal man, 3 out of 4 of us will be widowed by the age of 75.
Yeah, you say, Stacey, that it's important to plan financially because it gives you options in life.
It does. It gives you many options. Choosing the man of your dreams because you love him, not because it's a financial necessity. Having career choices, being able to go back to school, start a new career, or even start a business. And most importantly, having a comfortable retirement. So important.
So how does a woman start? Let's say, you know, I'm somebody Kimberly's age. How do I begin this process?
Well, the first part of the process is really ascertaining where are you today, and read books, go to seminars, talk to other individuals about their situation, learn. A lot of us weren't taught the financial tools we need to get ahead, and it's up to you now to actually go out there and learn them.
So first of all, you have to make a plan, right?
You need to make that plan and look at where you are now. What steps do you need to take to actually get where you need to go? And from there, you want to look at, well, how can I actually start to invest? And one of the best ways you can do that is using your employer's retirement plan. And it also set up one for yourself if you have your own business. Of course, maximize that IRA as well. That's out there, over $4,000 you can put in each year. And if you're over age 50, you can put in $5,000.
And you also say it's good to look for a lot of different ways of investing your money. Don't be so stuck on one thing.
Exactly. Once you have a solid portfolio of stocks and bonds, think outside the box. Real estate, franchises, start a business might help boost your return. And the only thing is, make sure you look at the financials. Some of these investments can be more risky, so you really want to understand the financials and the risk you're taking when you invest in them.
And also you say to nurture your investments, not enough to just invest and let it sit there. It's how you take care of it.
It's how, you know, us ladies, we know how to nurture others. That's something that we were born with. And you need to do the same thing with your investments. Look at your stocks, your bonds, all your other investments, and really take the time to focus on them and make sure that you're investing for your future to give you more options.
And if you need more help, I mean, you know, sometimes you say go get a book, but if you can't decipher it.
Yes, yes. There are a lot of great resources out there for women. Just go on the web and Google women in money, and you're going to find a lot of wonderful resources, whether it be seminars, workbooks, support groups. There are so many great resources out there. You just need to get out there and start to do the research.
Do it now. Never too early. Start saving.
Never too early. And the earlier you invest, the more options you have.
Stacey Francis, thanks so much for your advice. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And coming up in our 4th hour, more money advice, the pluses and minuses of paying off your home mortgage early. But up next, we'll head back to Matt in Chicago, where Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are duking it out for hometown bragging rights. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Developers and timber companies are funding millions in ads and attacks against Measure 49. The truth? Official records show many of these same people have development deals to build from 18 to 110 houses apiece, not homes for the grandkids or retirement. And they don't admit that Measure 49 would allow them between 1 and 10 homes. Measure 49 protects property owners and farms, forests, and water from development where it doesn't belong. Yes on 49.
Typical Washington. Political games, business as usual, gridlock. Powerful insurance companies lobby to keep billions in excess Medicare payments that seriously threatens your health care. If doctors are forced to downsize their practices and Medicare premiums rise even higher, how will you get the care you need? Tell your senators to support your interests, not special interests. Tell them no to increasing premiums, no to threatening your access to doctors.
Welcome back to a split edition of our show on this Monday morning from New York and Chicago. Of course, they call this place the Windy City, but it's not because of the weather. It's because of some long-winded politicians. And these days, two very prominent politicians are calling this place home, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. And that's made for some tough choices among the locals. NBC's Lee Cowan joins us now to find out if either of these people has a home field advantage. Lee, good morning to you.
Good morning. They sort of both do, actually, because Senator Obama, obviously, he's the hometown senator here. He's lived here for 20 years. Hillary Clinton, however, was actually born here, so she's technically a native, so it's making for one, so far, very friendly political turf war.
Chicago, Chicago.
At local bookstores, the battle lines are drawn. Two hometown heroes, two best-selling books, and one big identity crisis.
That's a very tough call. We're proud of both of them.
The bookshelf poll is shaping up this way.
Both are popular. Obama selling more.
Not since Abraham Lincoln debated Stephen Douglas have two Illinois homegrowns drawn so much attention.
Thank you.
It should be Senator Obama's state. However, Hillary Clinton has a national appeal that filters down.
Last time they were in Chicago for a debate, they each raced to plant the hometown flag.
Home of the NFC champion Chicago Bears.
My late father was a fanatic Bears fan.
Senator Clinton grew up in the Chicago suburbs on this corner, one that now actually bears her name. Her elementary school just down the street still has her 6th grade picture hanging in the library.
Have people forgotten that Hillary grew up here too?
I haven't. I mean, there's quite a few people here who haven't.
Betsy Ebeling was her best friend, still is, whether on the campaign trail or defending her roots here at home.
I know she said she's not going to concede any voters anywhere.
No, we're not.
Not even in his backyard, but it's not really just his backyard.
It's our backyard, and you know, he's my senator, but she's my friend.
So whose backyard is it really?
Oh, it's definitely Brock's backyard.
Longtime Obama friend Valerie Jarrett says not just Chicago, but the south side of Chicago. That's where the senator worked as a community organizer, where he later taught law, and where his children were born.
He's grounded here. You know, he married a South Side girl from Chicago. He's very close with her family, and his roots are here now. He is a Chicagoan.
There's little each candidate won't claim about Chicago, but they do disagree on one thing: baseball. Senator Clinton is a Cubs fan. Senator Obama roots for the Sox.
At the end of the day, it really is sort of an embarrassment of riches for Democrats here because they have two hometown power brokers that have a pretty good shot at the White House.
Yeah, they have a lot to be proud of. Lee Cowan joining us here in Chicago. Lee, good to see you. Thanks very much. When we come back, Halloween just around the corner. We've got some great costumes for your kids. Get this, Meredith, you can make them at home.
Oh, I can really?
Yeah. Like you do that every day, Maddie.
Plus, Matt, you're gonna want to listen up, Matt, because if you're not satisfied with your sex life, Anna's going to tell you how to make your man better in bed, right?
Yeah, that's not for you, Matt. That's for us.
I'm going to be busy making costumes, you know?
Anyway, have your local news.
See ya.
Senator Larry Craig, his arrest made headlines. Tuesday, hear his side of the story. The Matt Lauer interview, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Teens, texting and driving. It's a deadly mix. Are your kids driving under the influence of a keypad? Should it be banned? NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams tonight.
We lost someone today.
An enemy strike a world away. We have a suspect.
Put him on a plane.
Now, the battle for the truth
What is it they say he's done?
I don't really know.
You don't know.
will take them to the edge.
This guy doesn't fit the profile. He's clean.
Back off! Maxim says it's guaranteed to get your heart racing. And Roger Ebert says this film is perfect.
Open the gate!
Rendition rated R. Starts Friday only in theaters.
HealthNet of Oregon. A better decision.
From Northwest News, Channel 8.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton, along with Debbie Duran. A Clark County child rape suspect and his wife are expected to face a judge at any moment now. Jeff Spady is accused of raping an adopted daughter. Authorities in Canada arrested the couple last month after they left their Washington home with their 4 biological children. A week-long terrorism disaster drill begins this morning in Portland. What you're looking at now is some video of a previous top-off exercise in Seattle. The drill at Portland International Raceway will simulate a dirty bomb explosion. Time now to check our weather forecast. Here is Joe Michaels.
And definitely a bit of a wet forecast out there over the next several days, and the rain, it's going to return today. You can see on the satellite loop the clouds already in the process of filling into the region, and those clouds are going to be dumping some rain on Rose City sky cam. You can see what it looks like outside, and the current temperature only in the 50s. Later on today, that rain definitely arriving. We'll see morning showers and then some steadier stuff by later today, and temperatures only in the 50s. It's not just today, but instead the next 7 days that we're talking about rain pretty much every single day. And temperatures will stay quite cool with highs only in the 50s. Let's go back over to you.
All right, Joe, thank you much. Stay with News Channel 8 for another local news update. It's coming your way in 25 minutes. Have a great morning.
Northwest News Channel 8 invites you to help keep Oregon clean and green. Roll up your sleeves and help at one of 60 project sites during the annual Intel Solve Clean and Green Project, Saturday, October 20th. Log on to solve.org for volunteer information.
In the smallest gift lives a quiet spirit with the power to bring great joy. Community Fund, a proud tradition of giving back to our neighbors.
If Measure 49 passes, I'll be losing my retirement savings.
Over 7,500 families will have their property rights taken immediately. It could happen to your family.
Vote no.
It's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Conservatives attack a 12-year-old? Keep talks with the boy's parents. Did the right swift vote their son for speaking out against the president? Countdown with Keith Olbermann, MSNBC, tonight.
Hi, I'm Parker Can, CEO of Columbia Credit Union. I'm on the road visiting our members to find out about them. Today, I'm visiting Veronica Bastillos.
Hi, how are you, Parker?
Good, how are you?
Are you ready to type out?
I'm ready.
Okay.
What do you like about Columbia Credit Union?
I just love how they treat me. I feel like, okay, I'm at home. I have an auto loan, savings and checking, and then I have all my children's accounts. I need somebody that I can trust, and I can trust Columbia Credit Union.
Columbia Credit Union. Good for you.
I was diagnosed with cancer when I was a baby. The doctors were able to save me because of early tests, but too many kids in Oregon aren't so lucky. Measure 50 will make sure that they can go to the doctor.
Measure 50 is a fair and accountable way to provide health coverage for over 100,000 kids who need it now. The money promised to healthcare goes to healthcare.
The American Cancer Society and the Heart and Lung Associations all support Measure 50. I hope you will too.
More reporters bringing you the most complete coverage and the most accurate forecast from Dave Selesky. Rely on News Channel 8 at sunrise, starting at 4:30 a.m.
Back now with more of Today on a Monday morning. It is the 15th day of October 2007. It is a beautiful day in two locations that we know of firsthand, in New York City and in Chicago, where we've gathered a crowd out on the plaza right on Michigan Avenue. How to get a woo out of you. We're here on Michigan Avenue, enjoying the hospitality of our friends here at WMAQ, NBC 5 in Chicago, and we've got a split edition of our show. I'm Matt Lauer along with Al Roker. Here in the Windy City, we've got Ann Curry and Natalie Morales holding down the fort in New York City. Ladies, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
You guys have been doing a great job over there, I've got to say. We don't have the crowd with us now, but you still have a big one there.
A great crowd this morning.
That's right.
We had
Good
nice
Midwest
people turning out. Party stop.
Yes.
Yeah. What have you guys got coming up?
All right, well, coming up here, busy morning, including how to make your man better in bed. You know, almost 40% of women say that their partner doesn't spend enough time on the warm-up portion in pleasing her, but men may think they're actually doing just fine. So we're going to find out how women can help men get it right, and vice versa.
That's right. Okay, I know nothing.
Yes.
Also ahead, we're getting ready for Halloween, which is always a big day around here. And you may recall that last Halloween, Matt and Al were all dressed up. Look at those guys. They were Pirates of the Caribbean. So the question is, Matt and Al,
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Pirates of Caribbean.
what big surprise do you have in store for us this year?
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if we told you.
Come on.
I know.
They were saying in my ear when they were looking at the pictures of Davy Jones and Jack Sparrow, which one was Al?
I think Matt was the white guy.
Hint number one. Anyway, we've got something great, and actually I think we're all going to have something great, so we won't give anything away. We'll just talk about it on Halloween morning.
It's going to be plenty of build-up before then. So
anyway, it's coming up soon. Well, we look forward to that, but also for a lot of families, the scramble is on for Halloween costumes. My kids haven't even decided what they want to be. Well, we're going to show you how you can save money and time by creating a great costume from maybe something you have around the house, maybe not. We hope you do have these things around the house because they're actually good for the environment. They're easy to put together. And if you're in need of a costume, you want to stick around.
They look really cute. Also, we're going to introduce you to the latest dance and weight loss craze. It's a little bit Latin dancing, a little bit of rock and roll put together, and it can help you lose weight. It's called Zumba.